Have you ever thought about why the market for electric cars, which was once seen as the way of the future, is now having a hard time getting people to buy them? It's becoming less exciting to buy an EV, so more and more people are sticking with gas-powered cars, even though EVs offer cleaner energy and cutting-edge technology. What's causing this sudden change? Throughout the past few years, electric cars have appeared to be on the verge of dominating the automobile market. The recent trend, on the other hand, has caused many consumers to reevaluate electric vehicles as a viable option, and some of them have even decided to return to conventional gasoline-powered automobiles. Then, what has been altered? The following are the genuine reasons why purchasers are leaving the electric vehicle market, as well as some potential future developments for electric mobility. First, there is sticker shock, which refers to the high initial costs. Despite the fact that there are electric vehicle models that are more reasonably priced today, the vast majority of electric vehicles still come with a premium price tag. Those purchasers who are sensitive to the early investment expenditures may be dissuaded from making a purchase. As the electric vehicle market expanded, many customers hoped that prices would decrease. Despite this, prices have remained high, which has limited accessibility. This is because the costs of raw materials, like as lithium for batteries, have been increasing. Range anxiety, limited driving distance. Range anxiety. Consumers often experience range anxiety, which is one of the most significant psychological challenges they face. Vehicles that run on gasoline typically have a range of 300 to 500 miles on a single tank of fuel and can be refueled in a short amount of time and practically anywhere. In spite of the fact that electric vehicles have made progress in terms of mileage, they are still unable to match this ease. There are certain consumers who do not feel comfortable with an EV that has a range of approximately 200 to 300 miles. Particularly those who either travel frequently or live in places with limited charging infrastructure. The charging infrastructure is falling behind, according to the third point. Infrastructure for charging electric vehicles continues to be a serious concern, even in nations with high rates of electric vehicle adoption. It is difficult to find sufficient charging stations in many towns, and rural areas are much less equipped than urban ones. Those who live in apartments or older buildings and do not have access to home charging will find that relying only on public charging stations is not only inconvenient, but also impracticable. Charging times are not as quick as the time it takes to refill gasoline fuel tanks. It takes around 5 minutes for a gas-powered car to get its fuel tank completely full. The amount of time it takes for electric vehicles to get a full charge can range anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours, depending on the type of charger that is used. Even while there are ultra-fast chargers available, there are still very few of them, and the fact that they are available does not completely eliminate the inconvenience. People who are used to getting their fill-ups quickly frequently find the wait times to be impractical. The costs associated with the degradation and replacement of batteries. EV batteries, like any other rechargeable battery, deteriorate over time, which results in a decrease in both their range and their performance. For many purchasers, the expense of replacing a battery, which may amount to tens of thousands of dollars, feels like a time bomb that is about to explode. Buyers should be especially concerned about used electric vehicles. The battery of a used electric vehicle may need to be replaced in the near future, but the lifespan of a used gasoline-powered vehicle may be extended by many years. There are fewer options available in certain market segments. Despite the fact that there are a good number of electric vehicles in the form of compact cars and sedans, there are still not many options accessible for families with more than one member that like SUVs, trucks, or vans. For customers who have certain requirements for their vehicles, such as the capacity to tow or the amount of space available for freight, electric vehicle options are either limited or much more expensive than traditional options. Number 7. Uncertainty in the economy and electric vehicle financing. buyers have been more cautious about making significant investments as a result of the current economic instability. As a result, purchasers are compelled to look for alternatives to gasoline that are more inexpensive or to postpone vehicle purchases altogether. Problems concerning the performance in cold weather. Electric vehicles have a tendency to lose efficiency when temperatures drop, with reports indicating that battery performance can drop by as much as 20 to 30% when temperatures are below freezing. The complexity of repairs and maintenance is represented by the number 9. In general, electric vehicles require less routine maintenance than gasoline-powered automobiles. Because certified electric vehicle specialists are still uncommon in comparison to traditional mechanics, it might be difficult to locate service that is both dependable and prompt. Simple problems can sometimes become repairs that can only be performed at the dealership, which further drives up expenses and causes annoyance. Concerns about the environment are a double-edged sword. Surprisingly, as individuals become more knowledgeable about the complete life cycle of an electric vehicle, EV, environmental concerns are beginning to affect the decisions that they make regarding their purchases. They are of the opinion that conventional automobiles that have a high fuel efficiency may be a more responsible option. Resale value, a new market issue. An additional growing worry is the resale value of electric vehicles. The rapid advancement of technology and the introduction of new models that are more fuel efficient have caused many buyers to be concerned that the value of today's electric vehicles, EVs, may decrease at a faster rate, which causes customers to be apprehensive of investing in a product that may lose value in a short amount of time. Incentives provided by the government showing a declining level of support. Government subsidies and tax credits have been essential in many countries in order to make electric vehicles, EVs, more appealing to consumers on the market. There is a possibility that purchasers who anticipated that these benefits would cancel out the high cost will now feel dissuaded from making the switch. The mismatch between marketing and overpromising is the 13th point. When it comes to performance, range, and price, some electric vehicle manufacturers have overpromised, just like any other sector that is expanding. The electric vehicle market is still in its infancy, and many firms are working hard to attract attention as rapidly as possible. 14. The growing competition in gasoline-powered vehicles that are efficient in their use of fuel. Both hybrid and gasoline-powered vehicles are becoming more efficient in terms of fuel use. Because there are now gasoline vehicles that are more fuel efficient and produce less emissions, some purchasers do not feel as motivated to transition to an electric vehicle. This is especially true when additional downsides are taken into consideration. What is the future of the electric vehicle market? Some customers believe that the practical and economic realities of electric vehicles exceed the advantages, which has caused the first surge of excitement surrounding electric vehicles to be greeted by a reality. Even though electric vehicles are here to stay, the industry may require significant adjustments in order to restore the trust and interest of consumers. These changes may include improved infrastructure, more cost-effective models, and batteries that last longer. The future of electric vehicles will be determined by how manufacturers respond to these problems and whether alternative technologies offer better answers for purchasing decisions made by consumers who are concerned about the environment and budgetary constraints. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us for more insights, updates, and the stories that matter. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.